Welcome once again, my friends, and thank you for stopping by to listen to an old storyteller. Today we have a story from Holland, and the title of this story is A Legend of Saint Nicholas. Nicholas, the Bishop of Myra in Asia Minor, was known for his many deeds of kindness. He liked to ride about the town on his white horse, with his faithful servant Black Piet walking beside him and giving oranges and toys to the children he met on his way. He cared for the sick and helped the poor and lonely. People began to speak of him as Saint Nicholas. The good bishop was particularly fond of entertaining travelers who had been to other lands, and one day a returned voyager told him of Holland. The cities are full of waterways, he said, and the homes have stepped roofs. The children wear wooden shoes and have round, merry faces. There are windmills in the fields, and the ports are full of white-sailed ships. I should like to see that country, the bishop said. He clapped his hands to summon his servant. Black Piet, we are going to Holland. I will take ship tomorrow. The bishop had the hold of the vessel filled with oranges and toys and sugar plums. Of course, his white horse had to go too. It was winter, and the sea was stormy. The winds rose, and the waves were so high that the ship listed dangerously. "We're doomed!" the sailors cried. Only the bishop was calm. "Fear not," he said. He fell to his knees and prayed, and suddenly the seas were smooth again. It was the 5th of December when the ship reached the harbor of Amsterdam. As soon as he came ashore, a crowd surrounded Bishop Nicholas. The people wanted to stroke his white horse, which carried baskets on either side. They wanted to touch the bishop's handsome embroidered robes. They liked his kindly face under the tall mitre, and they had never seen anyone like Black Piet. The children ran beside the bishop as he rode to the market square. There he distributed the good things that filled the baskets. The children clamored for the gifts. But first Bishop Nicholas would say to each one, "Have you been a good child this past year?" If the child said yes, he would ask the parents, "Has he truly been a good child this year?" Those who had been good received the gifts, and those who had not been good found Black Piet shaking a switch at them, so that they ran and hid behind their mother's skirts. The crowd followed Bishop Nicholas around the city. "This is a beautiful country," he said. "I have always wanted to see it, and now that I have seen it, I know that I shall come back again." The children brought sweet hay and carrots to feed the white horse. There was dancing and feasting and singing. Somehow all the people knew that this was a very special visitor, and they were happy to have him in their city. At the end of the day, the children of Amsterdam fell asleep, their wooden shoes full of gifts. As Bishop Nicholas and Black Piet wandered through the quiet streets, they heard the sound of weeping coming from a handsome house. The bishop got off his horse and went close to the horse, and to listen. "There are 2 sisters there," he whispered to Black Piet as he peered through the windows. "The room is empty. All the furniture is gone. Their eyes are red from weeping. Let us hear what they are saying." The older sister said, "Where can we go? What can we do? The money our father left us is gone. We have sold all our belongings. We have nothing. Tomorrow we must leave this house. But where can we go?" The younger sister said, "Do not despair. I will pray God to take care of us." They both bent their heads. Bishop Nicholas and Black Piet crept away. Late that night, when the sisters were asleep on the bare floor, the bishop came back and silently put a big bag of gold through the window, where they would find it the first thing in the morning. On the way back to his lodgings, the bishop passed a lowly hovel. He knew that the people in this little hut must be miserably poor, and he wanted to do something for them. But he could not put money through a window, for there were no windows in the hut, and the door was tightly closed against the cold. The good bishop was puzzled. "How can I get inside to leave money for them?" Black Piet pointed to the sloping thatched roof. Why not climb up to the chimney? And that is what Bishop Nicholas did. Carefully he dropped a handful of gold coins down the chimney, and by a miracle they fell into the stockings which the two children of the household had hung in the fireplace to dry. Next morning, when they found the coins, the children could not believe their eyes. "It's a gift direct from the good God," they cried. But a neighbor, who had seen the bishop clambering over the roof, told them what had happened. Although everyone hunted over the city for the bringer of gifts in Black Piet, they had disappeared, and their ship was gone from the harbor. But the next year Bishop Nicholas came back, and every year since then he has returned to bring gifts to the children of Holland on the night of December 5th. When he died, he was made a saint, and the day of his visitation is called Sinterklass, which is St. Nicholas in Dutch, and from this we get our Santa Claus. The beloved bishop became the patron saint of sailors and of the city of Amsterdam. The largest church there is named in his honor. Cakes are made in his image and sold in the streets. Every year St. Nicholas visits all the homes in Holland, rich and poor. On the night of December 5th, the children put their wooden shoes in the chimney corner, filled with carrots or hay for his white horse. Thank you once again for listening to this story. If you enjoyed this story, please press that like button. Also, please help an old storyteller out by subscribing to my channel. The next story will be posted in a few days, so until then, may your story continue to be a good one.